Hey guys, I know it's been forever since I posted a video, but yesterday I actually spent like the whole day throwing up and I was just not feeling good, and I think it was just like a 24-hour virus or something like that. This stupid thing just doesn't want to sit up right. My phone's so heavy that when I put it up on the tripod I have to put stuff behind it to keep it balanced. But just to update y'all, I recently applied for college. I did all the financial aid stuff, the FAFSA and everything, and it was accepted. I'll be able to go to the local college here, 100% paid for, nothing that I have to pay back. It's all paid for, so that's like a huge blessing. And honestly, it's been really stressful with work lately. They keep totally screwing up my schedule, and it's so outside my availability recently, and I've had to deal with that. And then with the fact that it's hard being a single parent because I don't have anyone here to really help me. And I know my mom says I'm extremely ungrateful because she helps me by babysitting. Yes, she helps me by babysitting. That's a great help for me to work. But when I'm home, I don't get the help. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't get me wrong. Love my kids. It's just I can't do laundry in my room when they're out there playing, because if they're touching stuff, my mom and dad get extremely angry and frustrated with me for not being out there monitoring them 24/7. And as a mom, it's extremely hard monitoring your kids 24/7 at chapter lips. Sorry I look so icky. I did a microdermabrasion scrubby thing because my skin's been stupid. But it's just hard because, like, when I was with John, I needed to get the laundry done. He kept the kids occupied. And I don't understand why things are... Man, I chipped my toenail polish and I literally just painted my piggies. It was so cute, too. Anyways, lost my train of thought there. When I was with John, he didn't make a big deal about anything. He helped so much and he never complained about the things I didn't do. He was always so grateful for the things that I did do. And it's so weird going from someone who's so grateful for everything I do to nonstop complaining about the things I don't get to, or that I haven't had the time to do, or things that I'm not going to do because it's not my fucking job. Like wash someone else's dishes. Well, I washed your dishes this morning. I didn't tell you to wash my dishes this morning. I was cleaning up the kids' mess. You could have waited for me to get done. Then I would have washed our dishes. It's not that fucking hard. But it's just so mind-boggling, frustrating that no one is that grateful. Like, John is just such a one-of-a-kind man. I'm not exaggerating. When he says he loves me for who I am, not freaking kidding. He loves me without makeup. He loves my natural, curly, frizzy hair. It's wet right now with a whole bunch of vitamin E oil in it, but he doesn't mind that I'm a little thick in the hips. He doesn't mind that I got a crooked tooth that sticks out and drives me freaking insane every time I talk. He doesn't mind that I have acne. He doesn't mind that I have kids. He loves me. He doesn't care about the things I don't do. He cares about what I actually do for him. Like, I remember the first time I just cleaned the apartment up because he didn't have anything like organized because he's just living there by himself, you know, and he didn't have his army stuff or his clothes hanging in the closet. So I was like, well, I'll get this all off the floor for him, and I cleaned it and I made it look extremely nice. And he just came home from work and he's like, wow, and he just kept going on about it for like days about how amazing it was. And that newfound, what's the word, gratitude was just like, it blew my mind because, like, I had never experienced that in my life. No one had ever been that grateful towards me for something, especially something that I felt was my duty to do, you know? I'm a woman. I'm supposed to keep things clean for the man when they work because I wasn't working at the time. He was working, so why wouldn't I make things clean and nice for him when he comes home? He deserves to come home to a clean house. It's just, I don't get that. Like, I'm working. I'm not full-time, but I'm working late hours, and I'm extremely tired when I come home, and I don't want to come home to someone complaining about things I don't do or complaining about having to watch my kids. Basically what I'm getting at is, oh, there's an eyelash in my eye. That's not what I'm getting at, guys. I'm just trying to get this out of my eye. But what I'm getting at is, this is the reason I'm going to college. I don't want to wait till the kids are grown to be able to afford to be with the person I love and that I want to wake up to every morning. I want to spend the rest of my life next to him, and I don't want to waste any time. I know it's going to take me 2 years to get to the point of my schooling to where I can actually get a job in that field. That's what they said. 2 years, then you can actually get a job in that field and continue your schooling, and then 2 more years and you have your degree, basically. So that's what I'm doing, because I don't want to wait 15 years to be with the person I love. I want it to be as soon as possible. Like, if it was possible, but it's not. So that's what I'm doing. I am going back to school. One of the things I hate most in this world. I was severely picked on my whole entire school life. From K-5 till the day I decided I wanted my GED. That way I don't have to deal with it. It was a horrible experience. Like, I'm not even going to get into that because I'm sure none of y'all care and don't really want to hear about it. But schooling was always a horrible experience for me. Anyways, I just wanted to update y'all and let y'all know I have not died. I'm not done. I'm not stopping vlogging. It's just I'm trying to get into the groove, and I've just been really, really sad, overwhelmingly sad lately, because I don't get to come home and get a hug or a kiss or snuggle up to somebody I love. I come home to a large empty bed in a super tiny room, and I come home to people who just want my children and don't want me around. It's extremely frustrating when you know you're a burden and you don't want to be. I get it. I fucked up in life. I had kids out of wedlock. I wasn't married. I get that. It's my fault. I'm trying my best to raise these kids to be decent human beings, because I don't want them to ever abandon someone that they claim to love if they get them pregnant. I want them to know it's okay to man up or adult up, basically, if you fuck up in life. I was never taught any good qualities growing up, so I had no idea what to do. When I got pregnant with my first child, I was fucking terrified. I always hated kids. I could not stand to be in the same room as my sister with her kid. And I was going through a lot of stuff when I got pregnant with him. I was on the verge of dying when I became pregnant with Gabe, and I'm not going to go into that because it's another ridiculously stupid life choice. But I had no choice but to grow up very fast at a very young age, because I decided I was not going to let someone else raise my child, and I wasn't going to kill him because he was inconvenient or because the dad could not adult up. 7 months pregnant at prom, he decides he doesn't want to be a dad anymore. And Gabriel, I'm hard on him, but he is my baby, and he saved my life. And I get it. If it wasn't for the kids, me and John could be together. I get that. It's inconvenient. The financial struggle of having children sucks, but they make me a better person. And I feel like if it wasn't for me being a mom, John wouldn't even love me. That's one of the things he fell in love with about me, was that I actually enjoyed being a mother. Because he wanted that for Tori. He wanted someone who could love her and treat her like their own. And I love her so much. And it drives me crazy being away from John, but I miss her so much. I want to be there to play with her hair and paint her nails and talk about those stupid little Shopkins. They can't. It's so funny how things change. I grew up in Florida, but I was born here in Georgia, and I always wanted to live in Georgia. I always wanted to come back here. It cut me off because I'm losing space on my phone, but I always wanted to move back to Georgia to live here when I was a kid, and now I hate it here so much and I don't want to be here. I just want to be with John. I don't want to hear that all the time. Better go to bed before I get yelled at for being too loud. Good night, guys.